Good morning. Well, it's morning for me. Welcome back to the channel. This morning's especially good morning for my son Caleb. So if you look back at my video on Christmas Eve, we sold his little PW 50 and little Yamaha dirt bike he had, and he's been chomping at the bit to get a four-wheeler. He wants a bigger four-wheeler. He wants a utility style four-wheeler, something with some racks and the ability to tow his little trailer around. He likes to tow trailers and help out around the property. So this morning, or last night, I found two that we can go pick up. Not one, but two 98 Yamahas. They've been sitting for 3 years, so we've got to do some fuel maintenance. Probably have to rebuild the carburetors, clean the gas tanks out, stuff like that. But hopefully they'll turn out to be good. We're going to load the trailer. We're going to grab some straps, load the trailer, go get some fuel. We got about an hour and a half drive to where we're going. It's a farmer's house. Somebody is happy. Caleb's happy this morning. All right, he's chomping at the bit, so we're gonna grab some straps. Come grab some straps, Caleb. Got the old diesel warming up right over here. Watch what you're getting here. Let me see what you got there. That one, yeah, that's got two hooks. That's good. Some of these don't. Yeah, it's got two hooks. That's good.
Let's grab one more in case.
Let's get a couple hooks, and we got one in the bed of the truck.
I don't know, you want to bring that? I don't think that's two hooks. It's got one.
I think that one's broken.
Yes, let's carry these.
Let's see what else we got.
We got two back there. We got two more back there.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 straps. Probably gonna need. That should be enough.
You did that perfect. You just push it a little over and go right in. Sometimes it usually takes like 3 times.
Sometimes it does.
Backup camera too.
Yeah, well, this one's got a backup camera. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yep, that's got a bad backup camera. I see the camera on that light up there.
Yeah, this truck's got 2 backup cameras. One on the roof, one right here.
Oh, there's one in the front too. Oh yeah, I forgot. Put that thing on there.
jack's too big for this trailer. I'll reuse this on another trailer and get one the right one. That's all they had. I needed a jack that day, so that's all they had. Nothing's in here. It's gonna blow out. We got chain if we have to winch. This winch powers off of the back of the truck right here, so we never run out of power. Don't have to rely on a battery for the winch. It runs off the truck batteries and alternator. So I think that's all we need. Should have enough straps. Let's lock the shop, go get some fuel. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, go get some fuel. All right, so we got the four-wheelers. There's a little bit of a drama situation. I didn't film picking them up because I didn't want to jump out at this guy's farm. We went to a farm to pick them up and just be sticking a camera in this guy's face that I didn't know. So we opted not to sell or video it. And four-wheelers are loaded on the trailer. If you can see them in the mirror, in the glass there, in the back glass. We got them on the trailer. We were strapping them down, and somebody else pulled up wanting them. Like he had, I guess, told multiple people to come, and it got a little heated there for a minute between the guy that I bought them from and the guy that was wanting them. He was just wanting one of them. I don't know which one, but I already had them loaded on the trailer. Money had already changed hands, and so we got out of there without a fight, thank God. These days, buying things is a stressful situation when you don't know the person you're buying them from. And at least we got them off Facebook Marketplace, and at least you can kind of vet them a little bit through their profile if they don't have it totally blocked out. So, and I had a conversation with a fellow last night. He was seemed like a nice guy. He's an older mechanic, retired like myself. He has a cattle farm, and you know, so he's got things going on still. He's in bad health, so he hadn't rode these four-wheelers in about 3 years. We'll get into the details of the four-wheelers when we get back to the house, but they're dirty and they got some issues, but they'll be a good project, and they'll be good. I think they'll be good four-wheelers for us if we get them fixed up. All right, well, we're gonna keep on trucking and see you at the house. All right, so we're back at the house from our adventure in four-wheeler fetching. I don't know if you call these barn finds or not, but they were in a barn covered in dust and poop and whatever else is on them. And so what we've picked up is a 98 Yamaha Grizzly 600. And you can see the ropes hanging out. It does pull, but it doesn't want to recoil in real good, so it's probably a little rusty in there. I'll probably have to pull that cover off, no big deal. And we also got a 98 Bear Tracker. It's supposed to be a 250, and this will be Caleb's primary little four-wheeler. And they've both been sitting for 3+ years on a farm, old cattle farm in Georgia. And they've got some issues, but hopefully not too many issues. We've got, you know, this tire's dry rotting, and it's probably going to require some tires on this one. It's 2-wheel drive. These got some ITPs on them, some mud lights, which are pretty good tires, and they look to be in pretty good shape. It's 4-wheel drive, no winch or anything. That's winch, the trailer's winch, so they're pretty gross. We're just gonna get them out, get them off this trailer, and just wash them up. We're gonna focus on the 250 first, since Caleb's chomping at the bit to ride this thing. We're probably we may have to pull the gas tank. I don't know. We're gonna at least have to drain it Probably pull the carburetor off and clean it out a little bit. Hopefully just a little bit. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. He's excited about the trailer hitch on it. He can pull a trailer with it. It's got some racks. They look to be in pretty good shape. This one's been painted on a little bit, so I don't know if it's been flipped over or not. The plastics are a little banged up right here and been stitched back together with some zip ties. That plastic cover on the tank, it's just a cover. It's been gouged a little bit, and the Big Bear, it may have been rolled at one point. That rack's a little bent, but so we don't know what's working and what's not, but we're gonna find out. These are gonna be our little projects. This tire is dry rotting. Oh, that sucks. So at least gonna have to get some front tires on this thing. 27 10 by 12s. Yeah, that tire, I didn't see that. That's pretty cashed. Oh, this one's got some, yeah, at least gonna have to have some front tires on the 600. The back ones we may be able to live with that, but I can't have a front tire failing on me. That's a flip over waiting to happen. So this thing, it's just gonna get tires all the way around it most likely. Definitely has to have front tires, but the back tires will probably get replaced too. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna set this thing up, get it off the trailer, get this tailgate down, get these four-wheelers off the trailer, and maybe we break out the pressure washer and knock the poop off these things. All right, stay tuned. That's the front brake, that's the back brake. Cable looks goofy on it. Hang on. Yeah, that's gonna have to be adjusted. I know. What you think about that?
I'm not gonna be on the dress when you get off. That other dress when you get off. Why don't you get on that one?
Get on.
I don't want to be on that one.
Why, you scared?
No, it's not on the dress. Cool, they had a winch on them. One. Woo! I'm so happy.
Drop it.
I'm so happy.
Drop it. Drop it.
This big hole.
Oh. Drop it.
Here. I've got some good suspension.
This old trailer is what I call pocket change. I had a bucket full of quarters and pennies, nickels and dimes, and when my wife, before she was my wife, she was my girlfriend. I think it was 2003 or 4. 2003, I believe, she bought a condo, and it was a couple years before we got married. She was moving, and I needed a trailer. I didn't have a pickup at the time. I had a 4Runner, and I said, I need a little trailer. I went to one of those change things at like the Kroger and dumped all this up there for like 2 hours, dumping change out of the bucket, 5-gallon bucket, into that machine that counts it and tells you how much they're going to give you for it. And I got, I don't know, like $700. I bought this trailer for $660, brand new. The old 5x13 has been around the world. I've had this thing for a long time, and it's seen a ton of firewood, a ton of four-wheelers. It's crossed swamps, creeks, all kinds of stuff. This thing's been totally under the water, floating across the pond with deer stands on it. It's been a really good four-wheeler trailer, utility trailer, whatever you want to call it. I repacked the bearings like once. I did change the wheels. It came with little dinky, little teeny tiny wheels and tires on it that just weren't suitable for going up the highway at 75 miles an hour. So we put bigger 205 75 15s on it. They'll I've drugged this thing all over the Southeast. It's been a good one. Only bad thing about this little trailer now, behind this dually, oh hush Bailey, behind this dually I can't see it. It totally disappears at time when I'm backing it up. So it's quite a lot of correction sometimes. I have to go pretty slow so I can catch it, or it's gone too far before you can counter steer. I had a 2500 Dodge before this one, and it had no problem seeing it at all. Here's, I could back it, you know, anywhere really quickly. But this thing, I've got to have a wider trailer. I've got to put some flags on this thing or something where I can see the corners of it. Even with the backup cameras in the truck, it doesn't really help with this little thing. So it helps backing up to it, but it doesn't help backing it up. When the four-wheelers are on it, you can see the four-wheeler, so it's easier. But anyway, all right, broke out the pressure washer. Hadn't used this thing in a while. It took me a minute. I had to flush some gas out of it. It's been sitting. I got my X-Jet hooked up. If you don't know what an X-Jet is, it's this little jetter nozzle that's adjustable. You can adjust the fan of it, and you can drop this, you can turn it on and off. You can drop this nozzle into a soap bucket and pull soap through the pressure washer wand. It doesn't pull it through the pump, so you can put whatever you want in it. If you want to run bleach through it or whatever. We're not going to put bleach on these four-wheelers, but we're going to put a lot of Dawn dishwashing liquid to start out with. It's a degreaser. I don't want to put anything too harsh on there. This is good and safe for just about anything. So we're just going to make us up a batch. We're not going to go too crazy at first. And we'll rinse these things off with Dawn, and then I'll probably hit them with a little bit of Purple Power in the nasty sections. I got some of that mixed up in a spray bottle. Excuse my clutter. Hopefully we'll have some good shelving soon. So we're gonna have we'll have that for shooting straight on the nastier, greasier spots, and which didn't look too bad. Mainly just mud stuck to, you know, light oily stuff that's normal for an old four-wheeler, you know. I don't see anything major yet. We haven't got anything running yet, so we don't know how bad it's going to be. All right, we'll set this up on a tripod, and we'll get this thing rolling here.
clean on the outside.
It knocked a lot of dirt off. We just knocked about 3 years of dust off that thing. I got soap on it. We got Dawn sitting on it. We'll let that sit for a minute. Caleb, you can get the rag out of there, the mitt, and wash whatever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the 600 down, and we're gonna go from there.
Oh, wow. I'm not worried. It's not gonna hurt me. Start washing down.
I'm glad you like it, man.
This is what I wanted. How do you know, Jack, if the battery's charged on this one? Does it have a screen?
No, yours doesn't have a screen.
So it won't tell you?
No, there's no screen. This one has a little speedometer and a couple dummy lights, but doesn't have any real LED screen. Doesn't have a screen like my Kawasaki did.
Yeah, this doesn't have a screen at all.
Yeah.
You'll know
You
when
don't need it.
You'll know when it starts. It has a battery.
Well, you just
No.
if you need to know what the battery is, you take a voltmeter and you test it.
Yeah. By the way, to test it by itself. And this thing looks clean already.
Huh?
Pretty clean already.
Yep.
That's easy to take off. So is that one. Looks pretty clean. There's more black on that one than there is on my tan on this one.
Yeah, they're the same color.
Yep. Can't really tell first because it's dirty. You can just spray down later. The engine and stuff.
Yeah, we're just getting the big stuff off right now.
Yeah, well, the good thing I like about this one is that it has, wait a minute, it has a box in the back.
Yeah, it's got a toolbox up under it.
I wanna see
Pretty
what's
sure. We'll figure it out later. Let's clean it first, okay?
Alright. That's what I saw last night. I was like, I saw a box on the video last night. I was like, man. Looks better when it's clean. I love it. When it's clean. Looks better. It's also fun when it's dirty.
Well, getting them dirty.
Yeah, it is. It's very fun. Funny camp, I would have got this dirty if I had it then. I was down there.
No, Bailey's inside.
I bet Miz was scared. She ran back in because Carolyn had the door open for a minute. Where's this bumper? I never seen one bumper. I wonder if we attached that or if it came like that.
No, that looks factory.
Problem is, this is loaded now. It hits something.
Well, that helps you. It's at an angle. It helps you like bump over stuff like logs.
Yeah, it'll help your tires get turning a little. And one tire will hit the thing and it'll go over.
Yeah.
Good part. This thing will climb over a log.
Oh yeah, it'll go over logs.
That was a little easy.
A little different with a two-wheel drive. You kind of got to use a little momentum and bump it, but
crawl?
This one will crawl over, yeah.
Yeah, you need a little power on this one. So you really don't know how fast you're going on this one.
No, you don't.
But I can tell. I could probably tell how fast I'm going. But that one you can.
If the speedometer's right, but yeah.
Probably some of it.
You alright?
This will probably be running, but maybe Friday.
Maybe sooner.
I'm glad this guy had two. I'm glad we found this one out, but
Yep.
I know what this is for. This one, the gray lane, is the light.
Probably.
Because it says lights on it. And it has low and high. And they're off. And that button's good.
That's all you need.
Stop off run. That red button, turn it off. Activate that way, turn it on. That's what I had to do to Lucas was that red button. I just flipped it over because he had it on.
Yeah, that's the run, that's the kill switch.
Yeah, I know.
You can call it the kill switch, not that red button.
That red button. Not that red button. And also in this one, the gas thing needs a new thing on it. The third part says the accident come flying out.
Yeah.
You have some, I bet. It'll be
They're coming clean. It's going to take a little more effort, but you can see this, well, there was a bunch of acorns and stuff in here. I just try to blast them out as best I could. There's some remnants of it. You can see where a squirrel or mice or something been eating that air housing intake tube. So I would imagine there's a nest in there. We'll probably find that when we take that out. Hopefully there's not too many nests like in the belt housing or anything crazy like that. This thing is really doesn't look like it's been in any kind of serious mud. There's not any mud packed up around the cylinders too bad. These guys, this guy used these to run his cows, he said, and ride around his farm. So they're in fairly good shape. This was his granddaughter's, and it's cleaning up pretty good. Caleb's getting it pretty good. We need to hit some degreaser and maybe a little brush and get into that motor a little bit and clean up some of that stuff, and she'll clean up nice.
already looks nice, kind of.
It looks a lot better than it did when we picked it up. There's a plug. Somebody's plugged the tire right there. Like I said, these things are going to have new tires put on them. Might get away with running those back ones. Might get away with running all these for a little while, but you know, these tires sit flat like that. That's what happens. They start cracking the sidewall out. That's you should really not let them sit around with flat tires, because it ruins the tires. That's exactly what happened to that one too. That one that's airing down there is the only one that's really cracked on that four-wheeler, on the 250. So these seem to be holding air, except for both of them have the same front right tire airing down. So I don't know. Well, I don't know if I want to slime them. Just put some slime in them and run them for a little while, and then get some tires later on down the road. Hell, we might even decide we don't even want these things. But I don't think you can pry that thing out of Caleb's hands for nothing. The old 600 sits so high. That thing almost clear a bucket.
Alright, they'll clear this bucket.
That thing's got some height to it. It's got 27-inch tires on it. It definitely sits a lot higher than my 650 Kawasaki. The old Prairie didn't have that kind of ground clearance. The good thing about that Prairie though is you could rip through the woods on it. It wasn't tippy. It was a real good trail four-wheeler and utility. Utility, baby, that's where it's at. These things are very handy. Something's bent this rack. Got a pretty decent little bend to it, but ain't no big deal. These racks aren't super fancy, and we might even build some different ones or something. I don't know. Break the old welder out and tube bender, and make our own new racks. Or we're curious to see how well they run. This thing's, I don't know what was there. I asked the guy that owned it, and he said, "I don't remember. I think it was a fuel gauge." So that may be a fuel gauge. It may have been a float deal. I don't know. I'll have to Google that. Of course, the vent hoses are rotten. No big deal. This thing needs some more love. Definitely needs some more love. I'm gonna blast it off again. The pressure washer. Get that battery out. See if these batteries will charge. I doubt they will. If not, we'll have to grab some new batteries and pull the carbs off, clean those things out, drain the gas tank real good. May have to flush them out a couple times. Hopefully we have no leaks and nothing is eating a hole in any gas tanks. I think these plastic tanks are kind of hard to find, but I think these are going to be good little trail bikes, little hunting camp four-wheelers, and good around here on our little property, pulling the trailer around. Maybe we'll even get some snow and get to play in it this year. All right, Kale, have you figured out how to get the seat off this thing yet?
I think you slide it out.
Right here?
Yep, pick it up.
Yeah, rinse all that junk out of there. Hang on a minute. You can wash the bottom of that seat off. Hey, look, there's the owner's manual.
Ew.
Hey, it didn't get too wet. We'll let that thing dry out. Set it up on the Honda. So let me look real quick.
Filling up like that.
Yeah, you can rinse all that junk out of there.
Filling up.
Yeah, it should have a drain. It's really not good to be filling up these wiring connectors too much, but we need to get all that junk out of there. Let it drain out. We'll take an air hose and blow all that stuff out of there, okay? Just let it drain, but you can wash all that stuff off with a mitt and rinse it off real quick. Just don't be dousing it too much. That tube right here, look here. That's the air intake, okay? You don't want water down in that because it fills your air cleaner box up, and that would go in the motor. That's bad. So this thing is designed where you can ride in water to about up to the bottom of the seat. And that's when you see snorkels. You know, when you see the snorkels, it will tap into those and put a snorkel up, or they'll run a pipe out and up the front. That's so water doesn't go in and get sucked in the engine when it's being driven through a swamp or a creek or something real deep. But these things are designed to go through water up to the seat. Like the old Kawasaki, the snorkel came up to the handlebars, so you could ride that thing all the way up to here. And this one is the same way. That's where it ends. So yeah, take your mitt and wash it off with a mitt real quick. This thing got a manual on the bottom of the seat? No. He said this thing's loud as hell. He said it ran fine before they got rid of it. Or not got rid of it, before they parked it a couple years ago, 3 years ago. It looks like I don't know if that's factory pipe or not. It looks like a dang cherry bomb. Might be able to put a quieter pipe on it, because I don't want to be, can't stand a super loud dirt bike, or in the neighborhood at least. So we'll see what happens. He didn't say that one was loud. He said the 600 was real loud.
This is probably not that loud, but it might not. That one's probably loud as Lucas before. That thing's crazy loud.
Might be. We'll just have to wait and see.
Pipe straight like that.
We will have to wait and see. All right. right, here's our little collection of four-wheelers we got going on. We got them all cleaned up. We're probably not cleaned up perfect. We knocked a good bit of junk off these things. And, you know, they're a little rough. They're missing some pieces, and I got to fix the recoil on that. And, you know, we talked about that. There's all kinds of little stuff that's going to have to be fixed on these. Mainly, we're going to focus on this one and get Caleb going. But that's it. That's going to wrap it up for this one. We got them cleaned up, got them picked up, cleaned up, and now we're going to start the next series of little videos on fixing these four-wheelers up. And hey, if I hit 10,000 subscribers, I may give that 600 away. I might do some sort of a giveaway. I don't know how that will consist, but hey, 10,000 subscribers. And the old big Grizzly 600, and of course it'll be running perfect if I do it. So we'll see how it goes on this project. See what it runs like, how it rides, all that. We're gonna get new tires put on, both of them. These tires are just starting to crack up, and we want it to be safe. So we're gonna make sure everything's safe and everything runs right. I'm gonna do something with this old bent rack on this thing. But that will be videos to come. So if you are into this kind of stuff and you're interested in winning this thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification, because we're going to be doing some stuff with this. It's going to be a little bit in the future because we got a long way to go to hit 10,000 subscribers, but I have no problem doing a raffle or some sort of a, you know, buy a hat or a t-shirt or something to get you entry. We haven't got any of that set up yet, but if this channel proceeds to progress, we will definitely go that route, and somebody will win that thing. All right, check back with us. Like I said, hit that like button. That like button helps the channel. Subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and you'll catch the videos of us tinkering with these and getting them going here. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next time.